of Season 9 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We are getting ready here for the chase to the chase. It's only 5 more races and then the chase field is put together. Right now, everybody's vying for a spot inside the top 10 in points or trying to pick up as many wins as they can to clinch themselves a wild card position. Today's going to be quite a task for these drivers. There will be no caution flags and only 2 laps of racing. Why? Because we're at a track that is over 14 miles long. It'll take them a long time to get around this track. As a matter of fact, look at James McLeod's qualifying run. Starts on the pole, but his fast lap was a 4-minute, 27-second lap. So he really shows right there that even with a fast lap, a fast race car, it takes forever to get around this particular track. As I said, no cautions, so if these drivers get involved in a wreck in this 2-lap event, they're going to have to try and limp it around, get whatever kind of a finish they can. But as you look here at your starting grid, a couple drivers didn't even get a chance to be able to complete laps. Jessica Shelton, Cody Lamas, Charles Jackson, and Dylan Thoreau, they'll start at the rear of the field. But we're about ready to get them going here for green flag racing. James McLeod on the pole alongside of Carson Gum. Neither one of them, I believe, have gone to victory lane yet this season, so both of them looking for a potential wild card spot.
Start your engines.
As there's command to fire the engines. Carson Gum comes in 14th in points. James McLeod 19th in points. If either one of them picked up a win here today, that would put them in contention for a wild card position. Behind them, in row 2, Austin the Plant. He comes into this race 8th in the point stand, so right now he's in the top 10, so he'd make it into the chase if he stays in the top 10. And alongside of him, James Silverfox, 24th in points. Now he definitely needs a win, but he also needs to work his way up past a couple of other drivers in points that are ahead of him with wins, like Chris Maley, Jacob Lawler, Joshua Collard, and Danny Wells. One driver right now that stands to make the chase no matter what is Chris Washer, 2 wins. So if he stays in the top 10, he would make it that way, but if he falls out, those 2 wins would help grab him the first wildcard spot. And the top 10 coming into this race are as follows. Rookie Lewis Stevens is the points leader by 4 points over Kyle Corbett, 6 points over Austin Mongold. 4th in points is Gene Sanford, 5th Alex May, 6th Trent Dunham, 7th Sean Galligan, 8th Austin LaPlante, Cody Lamas in 9th, and Ty Dent currently sits in the 10th position in the point standings. Drivers that are on the outside looking in: Chris Washer, Danny Wells, Sean Henley, Carson Gum, and Joshua Collard. What will the point stands look like after this chaotic race? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Pace car will take the right-hander onto pit road. Down the long highway straightaway, the 42-car field will come. And here we go, getting ready for 2 laps of racing. It's a survival race. Who will be the main survivor? Here we go. Green flag is out here at Open Roads. Already 3 wide, Matthew Dallio on the inside of Silverfox and Austin LaPlante. As it's dead even right now between the 77 and the 51 for the lead. Now Carson Gum starts to get a little bit of momentum there on that inside line. He will have the advantage into this right-hander coming up as the first turn. Austin Mongold now steps out to the inside line. Underneath them, I think that was Clay Rogers and Bob Jones. As here we go into the first right-hander just ahead. Drivers starting to spread out, find their line in. Here we go. Oh, oh my good lord! Silverfox flew over the fence. They all just died. Everyone's involved. What in the world just happened there? That was like the top 10 all wrecking. Carson Gum is out of the track. Silverfox is out of the track. Carson's going to try and continue. Oh, Bob Jones gets turned to the wall by Trent Dunham up in front of Danny Wells. Dylan Young collected. Well, when I said it was a survival race, I think that was more literal than fictional. There's Silverfox still continuing. McLeod, the Pulsar's already on pit road. Matthew Dallio as well. And look who emerged as the leader. 2-time winner this season. Chris Washer is out in front. Connor Breton to 2nd. 3rd place is William Bedford. Daniel Gilbert in 4th. And 5th is Alex May. Oh, careful on this, guys. This portion of track right here is very dangerous. Oh, already trouble. Mongold, McCrory, Corbett, and Gilbert. Oh, Jessica Shelton ran into problems right there. Oh, now damage on Alex May and James Qualls. Connor Breeton's got damage on his right side. So too, left side rather. So too does Chris Washer. Battle on for second. William Bedford to the inside of Connor Breeton. Ty Dent, 10th in points. He's on pit road now. 3 drivers on the pit lane. The 14 of Dent, the 12 of Dalio, and the 51 of the pole sitter McLeod as the battle for the lead is on. William Bedford getting a run here on Chris Washer. Connor Breeton right there as well. 3 cars battling for the lead. And Bedford's going to try and take the top spot. Here he comes to the inside. I think this is the inside. I think they're coming to a right-hander next. Doesn't matter. He's going to clear Washer, and he'll take the top position. So the top 3 have broken away. 4th place right now is David Rivera. Nick Smith's up to the 5th spot. 6th place Cody Lamas. 7th is the damaged car of Alex May. 8th Kyle Corbett. 9th Steve Pollard. And a battle for 10th. Dylan Pote just now took it away from Kyle Matthews. Alex May, I don't know if he's going to be able to finish this race with his hood all crunched up, but he's 5th in points. So, you know, why not stay out and salvage what you can? And this is good news right now for a lot of drivers with 1 win at the moment. The fact that Chris Washer is running as high as he is, because this could move him into the top 10 in points, which means then a spot could be open for another driver to get a wild card spot. Right now, though, it is all William Bedford out in front. Chris Washer under fire from Connor Breeton. That's for second. These two got to work together to try and run down William Bedford, who is 34th in the point standings. A guy that really needs a good run here and needs it fast as the chase approaches. Bedford through this corner. Trying to milk it, not hit the wall, and Connor Breeton got a much better run through that corner, and now he's to the front. Connor Breeton comes into this race 31st in points. Another driver who really could use a trip to victory lane. Uh-oh, took that turn wide though, got into the steel guardrail and is still in it, and now Bedford takes advantage, and now he'll go back to the front. On the other side of that safer barrier, you can see there are drivers that were involved in the earlier incidents just making their way down that stretch now. White flag displayed for William Bedford in the 4. Still 14 miles to go though, anything can happen. Bedford the leader, 2nd place Chris Washer, 3rd is Connor Breeton, Rivera in 4th, Nick Smith is now 5th, Steve Pollard 6th, Cody Lama 7th, 8th Kyle Corbett, Dylan Pote is 9th, and a battle for 10th right now between Kyle Matthews, James Qualls, and Charles Jackson. Gene Sanford right now runs in 14th. Well, actually 13th. McCurry has just slipped back to 14th. 15th, Momo Akari. 16th, Trent Dunham. Henry Sanford is now 17th. 18th, Lewis Stevens, the points leader, rather. Chris Louvier is in 19th, and Dylan Thoreau completes the top 20. Looking back further through here at the drivers that are still running. Carson Gum just now pulling to pit road. Austin LaPlante's on pit road. Joshua Collard's on pit road. There's Jeff Fair, Ty Dent, Sean Henley. Jessica Shelton running way back here. So too is Danny Wells. They are, I think, scored 41st and 42nd. There's Ricky Falcon, scored 40th. Chris Maley, 38th. James Silverfox still running, crunched up hood and all. And then we're back to our leader, William Bedford. Look at that car, gets airborne through that corner. He gets up the hill okay. So too did Chris Washer, and so did Connor Breeton. Those 3 look like they're going to be the ones to settle this thing. Washer looking for his 3rd win of the season. Bedford and Breeton looking for their 1st. Bedford's just got to be smooth right now. David Rivera way back in 4th place. As a matter of fact, we may have a battle for that spot in just a moment. Nick Smith is running him down. Nick Smith 16th in points. This top 5 run he's got could maybe move up into the top 10 in points. Who knows? And David Rivera, 32nd in points, just trying to get his season turned around as Nick Smith goes into the grass there to try and make the pass for the 4th position. Battle for the lead, Chris Washer to the inside of William Bedford, and he'll take the spot. Breton moves by for second. So now Chris Washer, who last season, don't forget, had a Snickers Cup Series win at Thornton, a track very similar to this kind. Washer trying to pick up his third win of the season, which would definitely confirm him a spot in the chase. Right now, it's almost confirmed anyway with 2 wins. But here comes Connor Breton. He wants this victory, and he's going to try and take it away. It's Hellmans versus Ritz. And Breton takes advantage of a messed up corner by Chris Washer. He goes to the front. Down the long highway straight on the other side is the side that holds the start-finish line. Got a couple more corners to go. Will it be Breton? Will it be Washer? Or will it be William Bedford? Right now, Breton enjoying a bit of a gap between himself and Washer and Bedford, but those two, Bedford and Washer, working together to draft down this straightaway, and they're right to the back bumper of Connor Breton. Now, if these 3 mess up, Nick Smith and David Rivera, I just saw them in the shot. They're within striking distance to make something happen here, but only if one of these 3 makes a mistake. Nose to tail between the top 3. Here we go. Chris Washer going to try the bump and run. They're all 3 trying to milk their way through here. Look at Bedford thinking about 3 wide. Won't be able to do it this time as both of them work their way by Breton. Washer to the lead. Bedford into second. Chris Washer got to make it through this corner nice and smooth. Is he going to slide up into the steel guardrail? He's trying not to. Oh, he's up into it. He's up into it. Will Bedford get a run? Bedford got the guardrail as well, but Breton didn't. Breton's going to get to the inside and bye for the lead. Coming down the stretch, Connor Breton is going to pick up his first Mobil Cup Series win of the season. He wins at Open Roads. Washer will have to settle for second. Bedford in third. Fourth was Rivera. Fifth, Nick Smith. Sixth place just crossed the line, Gene Sanford. Seventh, Dylan Poteet. Eighth place is James Qualls. Ninth, Kyle Corbett. And Steve Pollard holds off Kyle Matthews to grab the 10th position. Man, Connor Breton taking advantage of both William Bedford and Chris Washer, getting into the steel guardrail coming off the final corner. He was able to get through the turn cleanly, and he ends up winning here today at Open Roads. As I said, comes into this race 31st in points, so he definitely needs a lot more to go his way in the next few weeks in order to get even a wild card position. But this is the first step, at least, for the 33 car. I don't know if the standings are official yet or not. Nope, not yet. We're still waiting for some drivers to cross the line. TJ Dent just crossed the line now. Mongold just did. Looks like something happened to Charles Jackson on that last lap and the points leader, Lewis Stevens. So according to what I'm seeing here, it looks like Kyle Corbett could take the points lead away, either him or Gene Sanford. Let's see, Gene finished in 6th, Corbett finished in 9th. That's 3 spots difference. And Corbett came in 6 points ahead of Gene Sanford. So I think it's Corbett 3 points up on Gene Sanford when we leave here today. So Corbett will go back to the points lead. Gene Sanford is second, and where everybody else will be, I don't know. Race is still not official. We're still waiting for the 54, the 62, the 2 to cross the line. Oh, Ricky Falcon finished out of the race. No fuel on that machine. Now look at all these drivers that were running so well in points that got involved in trouble here today. Danny Wells. He came into this race. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Danny Wells actually, wait. Yeah, Danny Wells, 12th in points. I thought he was running well in points, just couldn't find his name. Finishing the day out in 35th. Joshua Collard, 15th in points, finishes 39th. Ty Dent comes in that critical 10th position in points. Finishes in the 40th position. And they're saying stand by, which means that we're almost ready to have the standings be completely official, but they haven't become official yet. Alex May finished out of the race in 29th. 5th in points. Al Shelton just crossed the line. Danny Wells just crossed the line. We're still waiting on Charles Jackson and Lewis Stevens. As soon as those two cross the line or retire, either one, this race will be official. But Breton is going to be the winner. Chris Washer second, Bedford third, David Rivera in fourth, and Nick Smith in fifth. As there you see, now we have it official. Standings are now official here after today's race. How about Kyle Matthews? Started near the rear of the field. So too did Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas actually never even got to put down a qualifying lap. They finished in 11th and 12th here today. You should take a look all the way down through the rest of your finishing results. I believe, according to what I'm seeing here, that Kyle Corbett is going to be the new points leader by 3 points over Gene Sanford. As far as the rest of the top 10, how that will look after today's race, I'm not sure. I think Chris Washer may have worked his way up into the top 10 in points now, though. Possibly also Nick Smith and maybe even Dylan Pote. We'll see, as we'll show you now your official point standings and rookie points heading into next week at Michigan. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.